Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm finally going to be showing you my hair curling tutorial and how I curl my hair every day. This is just the super easy way that I get beachy waves in my hair. I always curl my hair like this. If I have extensions in, this is still the same method I use. I always use a curling wand instead of a curling iron, and I always kind of section my hair in the same way and curl all the pieces away from my face. We're gonna get into all those details in a second when I am like in the bathroom showing you guys with my actual curling wand and doing a full-on demonstration. But I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for all your support lately on all my videos. I know this has been a highly requested video that I've kind of been putting off just because it was a little tricky to film, and the production quality is not great. My bathroom's a little messy and the lighting's not great, but hopefully you can see what I'm doing and just get an idea for how I curl my hair on a daily basis. So hopefully this is helpful. I think this is a really easy beginner tutorial, nothing too complex, just curling the hair easy. But I wanted to show you guys kind of the products I use to finish it off and how I comb through the curls, all that to kind of get my everyday beachy wave look. So if you want to see how I curl my hair, then please keep watching. So yesterday when I washed my hair and it was still wet, I used this IGK Call Time styling primer and then this Moroccan Oil Perfect Defense heat protectant. So I sprayed both of these on while my hair was still wet and then let it air dry all day yesterday. That's usually what I do when I curl my hair. I'll wash it the day before and then let it air dry and then curl it on second day hair. So last night my hair was already getting greasy. I have really greasy scalp, so I used my Bumble Pret Powder dry shampoo. So this is one of the ones that you sprinkle on. So I used this last night and again this morning just to kind of keep my hair from looking too greasy. So that's all I have in my hair now, and then we're going to get started with the curling. So since my hair is short and pretty fine, I only do 2 sections. So I go about here at the temples, just above my eyebrows, and take my nails and kind of section off the top crown of my hair. When I had extensions, or if you have thicker hair, you can do 3 sections. I used to do 3 sections when I had extensions, but for now I don't have that much hair, so 2 sections is plenty. So I'm just going to clip off all of that at the top and leave it for now and focus just on the bottom. And then with my remaining hair, I'm going to go to the back and just split it down the middle. It doesn't really matter, this doesn't have to be precise. I just kind of get the 2 halves of my hair on either side. And to curl my hair, I'm using this Paul Mitchell curling wand. I'm a big fan of wands. I actually prefer ceramic curling wands. This one is obviously not ceramic, but it has this kind of plastic tip at the end, which is more beginner friendly if you have never used a curling wand before, because you're less prone to like burning the end of your hand with it. And this one I have set to 360 degrees. I don't really find that I need it any hotter than that. So personally, I always start on the left side and then do the right, and I curl all the pieces away from my face, so you'll see when I actually curl what that looks like. And then for each piece of hair, I probably take a section about this big for the front pieces, a little smaller if you can see, and then for the back, since this is the bottom layer of my hair and it doesn't really matter, I'll take about that much hair to curl. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm holding it on there for probably about 10 seconds and then letting go. And the most important thing to get the kind of beachy wave look that I'm going for is to leave out about 1 inch or 2 of your hair at the end, depending on how mermaidy and beachy you want it to look. So here's my second piece here. I'm just wrapping it around the curling wand and then leaving all that extra out. And if you can hear the background noise, that is my doggy playing catch, of course, during the video, running up to the door to hang out with me. But so I'm leaving about that much, and about 10 seconds later, just releasing it and putting it behind my shoulder. So I find that it's really easy to keep all my hair in front of my shoulder, and then once it's curled, put it back there so you don't get confused and get kind of pieces mixed up. Now that we're on the front pieces, it's a little easier to see. I take my hair and put the wand behind it, and then wrap around this way so that the curl is going away from my face. And then I'm going to finish this side and then repeat the same thing on the right side. So the first half of my hair is all curled and it was behind my shoulder. Now I'm gonna put it here in front of my shoulder because I'm moving on to this half. And I just comb through it with my fingers briefly. You can brush through it. Okay, so the bottom half of my hair is all curled, so I'm just going to put all of it behind my ears and over to the right hand side here. And then with the top half of my hair, I'm going to continue my part line. I have a middle part, but if you don't have a middle part, I would just break up the top layer of your hair into 2 sections. So I'm just going to continue my part, break it up into 2 sections, and leave this half up. And I'm going to clip it again so it's out of the way, and then just work with this half. And for the top pieces, since these ones show a lot more, I tend to take a little bit smaller pieces. You can go for bigger pieces if you want like looser, beachier waves, but if you want like a little bit tighter, more curly look, then you can take smaller pieces, which is what I'm gonna do. So same thing as we did on the bottom layer, I'm just putting the wand behind so that the pieces are all curling away from my face. So this is the last piece for this side, and as you can see for the front framing pieces, I kind of start a little bit down further from the top of my head, just because I don't want the like curl to be too high and close to my eye. You can kind of start a little bit lower if you want. I find that that's sometimes a little bit more flattering on the face, but I'm just going to go ahead and repeat the same thing on the other side, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so I've curled all of my hair now, and as you can see, it's very ringlety, and like, I don't know how to describe this, but I started the curls about this far down my head, so that's like, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches, because I didn't want them to be too like Shirley Template ringlety at the top. If you want even beachier waves, you can start the curl even like lower down the shaft of the hair so that it's just more of like a one wave at the end. But this is how I typically like to do mine, and now the most important step that I find in doing mine is using a wide tooth comb, which I've mentioned on my channel before. This one I got at Sally's. It was only a couple of dollars, and I find that this works way better than fingers and finger combing out your curls. And I like to do mine now before I hairspray it, just because I want a looser, beachier texture. But if you want to kind of maintain a little bit more curl and have it like last a little bit longer, you can hairspray first and then comb through. I also just like to comb through first because sometimes the hairspray can make your hair a little crunchier, and then I just don't like that like pulling feeling of having to brush through the product. So I'm going to go ahead and take my wide tooth comb and just lightly brush through all my curls. And a lot of the times, if you feel like you're just kind of totally brushing out all the hard work you did, but I find that like after you hairspray and after it sits a little bit, the curls kind of all bounce back and still look really curly. So I just do a quick little brush through like this, not too much, not too like aggressive with the comb, and that's it. And then I'm going to take my hairspray and spray this, and this is the Bar The Sheriff medium hold hairspray. I don't like anything too strong of a hold, just because I find that I don't really need it. Using a wand makes my curls stay pretty well, so I don't want anything too crunchy and hard. I like kind of my hair to still have that soft texture, and the Bar products all smell amazing, which helps because I only wash my hair twice a week, so it's nice if my hair still smells a little bit good. So I just use this medium hold hairspray, and I'm just going to spray a little bit on. And that's it. Not too much hairspray. We're not going in a pageant. And then once that kind of sets a little bit, you can go through it again with the comb if you feel that it's like too crunchy and your curls aren't looking like natural enough. But my favorite tip is I'm going to take my rings off, and then I'm going to go in with my Ouai Hair Oil. This is my favorite hair oil to use on dry or wet hair. I really like this product. Like I said, my hair is very greasy at the scalp, and this doesn't make my hair too greasy, but it still gives it that shine. So sometimes once you curl your hair and apply the hairspray, it can just look a little dry and dull and lifeless. So I just take 1 pump of this, not too much because I have fine hair. If you have longer hair or like drier hair, then you can use more, but just 1 pump is enough, and I just kind of finger comb this through the curls, and this makes sure that my ends still look shiny, that the hairspray doesn't get too crunchy, and that everything just kind of blends together naturally and looks like really healthy and soft and still shiny and natural, and not too much like you have a Shirley Template ringlet curl that's been hairsprayed in place. And then I use any excess on my hands just on these front pieces because those are the ones that I want to look the shiniest because they're going to frame my face. And then if you need more like volume, you can use a texturizing spray in the roots. I tend to do that on the next day after I curl my hair on fresh hair like this. I feel like I don't really need it, but if you need a little bit of body, you can add that or more dry shampoo at this point. But this is all that I do to get my beachy waves, and we're done. Alright guys, and that's it for my hair curling tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this and found it like helpful or useful. I know a lot of people did request this way back when, and I kind of put off filming it, so hopefully you enjoyed it and like found it useful or something. Hopefully it added a little bit of value. But please let me know down in the comments below what you would like to see next. I do upload 2 days a week on Monday and Thursday, so please subscribe if you haven't already so that you don't miss my next video, and thank you so much for watching.